Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Kombumerri people.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Thursday, March 13. In Squiz Kids Today, what's a tariff and why should you care? Dino-prints in Aussie playground, Marvel's Black Widow gets cranky, and Saturn has all the moons. That's what's making news, kids style.
The Lowdown.
What's a tariff? What do they have to do with steel, and why are you going to hear lots about them today? Let me explain. The news headlines were dominated yesterday by the announcement that America will slap a 25% tariff on Aussie steel and aluminium. What that means is that any company in America that wants to use Australian steel or aluminium to make stuff, be it to build buildings or bridges or ships or machines or household appliances, they'll now have to pay 25% more to get their hands on that steel or aluminium. So, why would you and I care about that? Well, because that will have an impact on how much steel we're able to sell to America, and therefore how many people we need to make it, so that ultimately will impact how many jobs our steel industry supports. It's what's called economics, my friends, and it's all about something called world trade, which is when countries sell things they have to other countries who don't have those things and need them. So, there you have it. I bet you weren't expecting an economics lesson this early in the morning. You're welcome. This weekend marks the halfway point of Ramadan in Australia, and a big Squiz Kids shout out to all the listeners and their families who are in the middle of it. Ramadan is one of the most important events in the Muslim calendar, and among other things, it requires people to fast during the day to show their dedication to God. Fasting is a fancy word for not eating, which is what many Muslims do from sunrise to sunset during the month of Ramadan. It's not all that different to Lent in Christianity, where people of the Christian faith give up something for the weeks leading up to Easter. So, to all the fasters out there, you're halfway there. Not long now until Eid al-Fitr, the feast celebrating the end of Ramadan. Yum! I do love a feast.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed out in deep space. What? Again? Didn't that happen on Monday when we landed on the moon? Must get that globe looked at. And that's because there was news yesterday that new research has revealed Saturn, the great ringed planet in our solar system, has 128 more moons than previously thought. Hang on a minute. What? 128 more moons? Yep, that's right. Until recently, astronomers had counted 146 moons around Saturn, which is already a lot. But on closer inspection, thanks to a huge telescope in Hawaii, it's been discovered that there are another 128 moons, taking Saturn's moon tally to a whopping 274. Which means that Jupiter, with its 95 moons, is now running a poor second place. And, well, Earth, with our one single moon, is well down on the moon leaderboard. Ah well, how many moons does a planet need anyway?
Believe it or not.
Close your eyes for a moment. Unless, of course, you're a mum or dad and you're driving. Okay, are they closed? Good. Now, imagine your school playground and imagine a troop of 47 dinosaurs running around it. Because that's what has happened at a school in Biloela in central Queensland, where a boulder that's been sitting in the corner of the school office for the last 20 years has just attracted the attention of some of the world's best paleontologists. A paleontologist is a scientist that studies fossils to learn about the history of Earth. Now, this particular rock, which would once have been part of an ancient creek bed, has 66 dinosaur footprints in it from 47 sets of dinosaur feet. And not just any dinosaur. These ones are believed to belong to a scrappy little plant-eating dino called the Amoeba scambus, which walked the Earth in the Jurassic period some 200 million years ago. Who could have imagined a simple school playground in central Queensland could be the scene of such amazing history?
News hounds.
Every Thursday, Squizzy the Newshound pops his head into Squiz Kids HQ to report back on fishy things he's sniffed out on the internet. And this week, his snout is twitching, having bumped into well-known Hollywood actress Scarlett Johansson. Now, you probably know her best as the Marvel superhero character Black Widow. And it turns out that Scarlett is sick to death of people making fake videos, using her face and her voice, without her knowledge or permission, to try to scam unsuspecting internet users out of their hard-earned cash. These videos are called deepfakes, and they're videos created using artificial intelligence, or AI for short, which make it seem that things have happened that never really happened, or that people have said stuff or done things that they've never said or done. And for obvious reasons, these videos are really dangerous. Imagine if someone made a fake video of you telling the world that you hated chocolate milkshakes and never wanted to see another one in your life. What a horror. So, Scarlett is now campaigning for laws in the United States to find and punish the people who make deepfake videos. Go Black Widow. Now, deepfakes are just another reason why, whenever we're on the internet, we need to do as Squizzy tells us, and that is to stop, think, and check before believing everything we see. And if you and your classroom are not yet among the 4,000 across Australia who have signed up to use Newshounds, Squiz Kids' very own teacher-designed, totally free digital literacy resource, then what are you waiting for? Check it out at squizkids.com.au.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. What's the name of the month of fasting and prayer in the Muslim calendar? That's right, it's Ramadan. Question number 2. How many moons in total does Saturn have now? Well done if you said 274. Question number 3. In which Aussie state has a bunch of dinosaur footprints been found at a school? Yes, of course, it's in Queensland, the lovely town of Biloela to be precise.
Shout-outs.
It's Thursday, March 13. Get your motors running, kids. The Melbourne Supercars Festival kicks off today and goes all weekend, with the Melbourne Grand Prix taking place on Sunday. And a shout out to Aussie Formula One driver Oscar Piastri, who signed a multi-year driver's deal with McLaren yesterday. Well done, Oscar. Today is also a special day for these Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday today. Leonardo from Forest Lake, Aditya from Winston Hills, Matilda from Dulwich Hill, Rupert from Stoker's Siding, and Toby from Marrickville. And a belated shout out today goes to Amelia from New South Wales. And classroom shout outs today go to Class 6A with Mrs. Wilson at Brigidine College in Indrapilli, Class 3-4C with Mr. Catley at West Wallsend Public School, Class 5-6 with Mrs. Lukong at Maitland Lutheran School in South Australia, Class 6 PE with Mrs. Pedersen at Yarrabilba State School, and Years 3 to 6 with Miss Ingrid at Cocos Islands District High School on Cocos Keeling Islands. And that, my friends, is the very first shout out from the Cocos Keeling Islands. Welcome aboard. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout out, or if you're after a classroom shout out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au or fill out the form on our website. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. We'll be back again tomorrow with our world-famous Kids vs. Adults weekly news quiz. Your chance to prove who's been paying the most attention to the week that just was. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.